So in this video, I'll show you a little bit about my tag programming program. In the previous videos, I showed you the tag detectors and how they were set up on my layout, and I showed you the positioning of tags underneath of cars and engines. But the first order of business is to actually program the tags with useful information. So my system is set up to have the tags contain all the information about the engine or the car that it's attached to. Then when the engine with the tag attached is used by the program controls window to actually run the trains, every time a tag is detected by one of the readers, all of this information is sent back to the control program. So I'll show you a little bit of this. I will start up the tag programmer. So the tag programmer consists of connect/disconnect buttons. It has the COM port that's being used for the tag programmer that the USB cable is plugged into. It has a message buffer, and it has a list of boxes here for parameters that's actually programmed into the tag. What I'll do is first is I'll connect up, and it's connecting to COM 13, which is where I have the USB cable plugged into. We get a couple messages from the reader saying that it's detector 2 and it has two actual readers on it, 0 and 1. I'll show you what we get back. I'll take my little test truck with the tag attached to the bottom. And I'll run it over the tag. So the line in blue there shows that detector 2, reader 2 detected a tag. That was set up for the LE&E railroad. It was a boxcar 98765. So to program a tag with this information so that it can be returned to the control program later, you use the boxes on the left. So for example, I'll show you programming that I'll do for, let's say, engine number 4. So the engine number corresponds to the engine in the DCS remote and also on the RTC program. If you set engine number to 0, then it's going to indicate that it's not an engine, and you'll be able to select different kinds of car models, boxcars, tags, cabooses, etc., and railroads. This particular one is here still set for the LE&E. So let's just say we go back to one of the program engine number 4. We'll set the tag location. We'll set it on the front truck, so we can tell it, program into the tag whether it's on a truck, which truck it's on. Engine type. So the engine type should be set to diesel, steam, turbine, so on. I'll pick steam. Couplers you can set so you can have information about what couplers the engine or car has. In this particular case, most steam engines only have rear remote couplers. I'll click that on. The next checkbox is if the engine has the crossing sound. Some of the old PS2 engines don't have that sound. Engine model. Here we're going to just say it's a Berkshire, but of course if it's a diesel, it could also be a diesel. Could be a Doodlebug, many other different kinds of engines. I'll pick Berkshire. Railroad, long list of possible railroads. I'm going to pick the Pittsburgh and Lake Erie. The length in inches is the length in inches of the car. The tag offset in inches is how far from the coupler face the tag is located. Engine number goes in the last box. Let's say it's engine number 5758. Now to get ready to actually do the programming, we have to make sure that the detector number and the reader number are set to the detector and the reader that we're using. And as we saw over here on the message window, we are connecting to detector 2, reader 0 or reader 1. I'll be using reader 0. I press the right block 4 button. I get a message, pop-up message that says place the tag over the reader and then press the OK button. So I placed the tag over the reader. You can see that it detected as a UID only tag. UID only tags are basically brand new unprogrammed tags that only come with the UID number, which is hard programmed into the tag. I'll come up here, I'll hit the OK button, and I get back several messages, acknowledgements, a write acknowledgement, and you can see that detector 2 reader 0 has now detected that this tag is attached to reader number 4 PLNE Berkshire 5758. Oh, and tag not on the truck. Oh, I guess I messed that up. I had set the tag location to be on the front truck, but I think I must have misclicked. But anyway, we can fix that real easy by just changing that to tag on the front truck and hit the right block 4 again. The tag is already sitting on top of the reader, so I can just press the OK button. So now it comes back, new detected tag with the tag on the front truck. Pretty easy to do. You can also program the tag with an engine name. That's what I call block 5 data. Block 5 data would be a 16-character name that is just something about the engine. So let's just say PNLE Berkshire. Usually you'd want to be a little more descriptive than that. But I press write block 5. It reminds me to put the tag over the reader, which actually it still is over the reader. So we'll press the OK button. And we can see we get an acknowledgement that the engine name was programmed with PNLE Berkshire. We can also erase a tag. We have a tag that we want to clear out and start over again, although you don't necessarily have to erase it. You can just program over it. If you wanted to erase it, press erase tag. Reminds us here, put the tag over the reader and press OK. Our tag is already over the reader, so we'll press OK. And now we get an acknowledgement that it's tag not programmed, and you notice that it says we're back to a UID only tag detected. The information that's in a lot of these drop-down boxes can be added to. For example, the railroad, I have maybe 50 different railroads in here. Possibly the one you're using isn't on the list. There are ways that you can add that to the list, and that's described on my web page. That's also true for engine model, which I've only programmed the engines that I actually own, and also for the engine type. You can add different engine types in addition to the ones that I've programmed here. So that's the tag programming program. In my next video, I'll start to show you how to use the program control screen on the RTC program to actually make use of these tag detections.